Good evening. I call this regular trustee meeting on Tuesday, September 9th, 2025 at 6:30 p.m. to order. I will call the roll. Sweattick has an excused absence. Asherle is here. Engelmann?
Here.
Fay?
Here.
And we also have Sergeant Schroll acting on behalf of the police department, Assistant Chief Barrett acting on behalf of the fire department, and Service Superintendent Mike Beharry. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 members of the public. If we could all stand and salute the flag, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, I would move to approve the August 26th regular trustee meeting minutes.
Second.
Seconded by Engelmann. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Move to approve the September 4th special trustee meeting minutes.
Second.
Seconded by Engelmann. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Fiscal Officer Fay.
Okay, thank you. I have 2 items. First of all, I'd like to make a motion to pay our bills in the amount of $80,995.50
So
for the
moved.
period of August
Second.
27th through September 9th.
Second.
Okay, seconded by Engelmann. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, the second item relates to our funding. I could have a few facts to kind of go over. Basically, our current funding, our current monies on hand, as of the end of today was $6.2 million. And that amount is broken up into 2 accounts. One is our working fund, which is with Westfield Bank, which contains $3.6 million, and what we call our Star Ohio Investment Account, which contains $2.6 million. Now, of the total 6.2, it's broken out between the various fundings for police, fire, general, roads and bridges, et cetera, that we use for accounting purposes to keep track of expenses and revenues, okay? The STAR program is run by the treasurer of the state of Ohio. And if I could read a couple of points from their perspective, it's called the State Treasury Asset Reserve, or STAR, for Ohio. And it's basically run by the Treasury Department, and it represents highly rated public investment of funds. For the whole state combined, it currently has $27 billion in it. And what it's intended to do is allow townships, villages, cities to invest their excess funds in a safe, high yield type of environment. So they invest in U.S. government agency securities, eligible commercial property, corporate bonds, et cetera. It's highly rated, AAA M, which is one of the highest ratings you can have for Standard & Poor's, okay? History-wise, we have invested in that fund in the past. In May of 2021, we invested $1 million. And in August of 2023, we invested $1.3 million, which is basically what we have balance-wise in that account. The current yield is 4.5%, and it's been as high as 5% the past 6 to 12 months, okay? So it's pretty good yield. We're averaging between $9,000 and $10,000 a month in interest that we're earning for our $2.6 million that's sitting in that account, okay? In looking at our working fund, the money that's in our Westfield Bank account, I looked at the last 15 months balances, and the lowest it's ever been is $2.9 million, which was in January of this year, which is the first year of the carryover in the new year. We get no revenue from taxes, okay? So it's our lowest point that we've got to cover our expenses. That point was, the lowest it got was 2.9 million. The highest it's been is 4.4 million, which is in July of each year, which is usually when we get the bulk of our advances for property taxes. So we have a hefty amount in our working fund. The history supports moving some of that money from the Westfield working account into the STAR program. We can move it in and out of the STAR account. I have to double check this, but I believe with no fees, no penalties, there's no time restrictions. It's not like a CD where you have to put it in for 6 months and 8 months and hope. We can move it in and a month later, move it out if we want to. But like I said, we put money in May of 2021, August 2023. We've never touched it. Okay. So, and then the use of the STAR Ohio program is fully supported by the township's fiscal policy that we have in place. So basically, based on the analysis I've done, I believe we can move $1 million from our Westfield working fund into the STAR Ohio program, and still leave us plenty of cushion in that working fund account, which I monitor basically on a daily basis. I verify our deposits and checks, et cetera. And with that movement of about $1 million, I think we'll increase our earnings interest-wise between $4 and $5 or $5,000 per month, which again is just, I kind of look at it as free money sitting out there. The interest we have on our Westfield account is minimal. It's very, very low. So with those facts, with that data, what I would like to do is request a motion to approve resolution 090925-01, authorizing the fiscal officer to transfer $1 million from the Township Westfield Bank working account to the Township's Star Ohio investment account in accordance with the Township's fiscal policy and the applicable Ohio Revised Code.
So moved.
Second.
Seconded by Engelmann. Discussion?
Appreciate you looking into this.
I'll continue to monitor. I'll give you a report within our trustee meetings once a month to let you know how it's doing. We may be able to move more money in there, but let's start with this and kind of see how it goes and monitor our accounts appropriately.
Right.
To confirm, I just want to make sure, you're going to verify these couple of things before you're going to verify that there's no fees or penalties
Correct.
to moving it. So so we're not waiting another 2 weeks.
Correct.
For the
Our goal
next
is to try to
meeting.
be able to do it by the end of the week so that we can.
Once you confirm.
Correct.
Okay.
That is correct.
Okay, yeah, I agree. I agree with Cindy. Thank you we'll take an extra $4,000 to $5,000 a month.
Okay.
Okay, we'll call the roll. Engelmann,
Yes,
Asherle, yes.
Thank you.
thank you.
That's all I have on my.
Okay. Sergeant?
Happy to be here, but nothing on the agenda this evening, so I'll pass it along to fire.
First is a request approval to place 4 out of serviceable date Panasonic Toughbook computers on govdeals.com after wiping them clean and then remove them from inventory when sold.
And
We'll do all of them together.
yeah, we'll do them all together.
Okay.
Do you want to list their serial numbers?
Yeah, so serial numbers on them. First one is OGK KKC 72445. And the second one's going to be OGK KKC 73307. And OGK KKC 72643. OGK KKC 72427.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, seconded by Engelmann. Discussion. Is there a reserve price?
We're going to take a look on Gov Deals on that. The way we look at it is like we see what other equipment's going for on Gov Deals comparable.
And they're
to
pretty
that.
dated, so.
Yeah, they're pretty dated.
Anything's better than nothing.
Yeah, I don't even know. Probably at least pre-COVID we got these
Okay,
tough books.
Okay.
So
very good. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
next is a request approval to place obsolete Motorola radio components with a Kenwood amplifier and cabinet on govdeals.com and remove them from inventory when sold. The ID number on that is going to be 1069 QS 004 BAFZ.
So moved.
Second.
Seconded by Engelmann. Any discussion?
So just question, whoever purchases these, they pay the shipping?
They pay the shipping, yep.
Okay.
So that's part, when we list the items on GovDeals, that's part of the stipulations is that the buyer has to arrange the shipping or the pickup or anything. So
Right.
previous items we've had, some people have been local, they've come picked it up. Other people have sent a UPS label that they paid for and we ship it off for them.
Okay.
So,
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
next is request approval to place 2 SRV P250 obsolete mobile amplifiers on govdeals.com and remove them from inventory when sold. Serial numbers on those, first one's going to be 3500536. The next is 3500531.
So moved.
Second.
Seconded by Engelmann. Any discussion? All right, all in favor? Aye.
And all of this radio equipment is old radio equipment that we don't even use these radios anymore. They've been sitting in the radio
I was gonna
closet.
say, when we're all done with this, it should look pretty clean.
It's
and
gonna
all
look,
faucets.
it's gonna look really clean. It's been a long time coming.
Yeah.
It's been sitting in the cabinet in the closet and it's, every day we say we're gonna get to it and we don't. We finally did. Next is request approval to place 6 obsolete mobile antennas on govdeals.com and remove them from inventory when sold.
So moved.
Second.
Seconded by Engelmann. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye.
Next is request approval to place 1 FM wireless Radio Shack FM microphone system on govdeals.com and remove it from inventory when sold.
So moved.
Second.
Seconded by Engelmann. Any discussion? Wow, Radio Shack.
Radio Shack, yeah, I was gonna say, you could just tell how old that one is. So-
I mean, those have been out of business for like 20 years, right?
Yes.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And the final thing is a request approval to place 8 radio clips on govdeals.com and remove them from inventory when sold.
So moved.
Second.
Seconded by Engelmann. Any discussion?
If I could just add too, so far this year, fire has, received revenues of almost $6,000 from items, miscellaneous items that they've sold during the year. Although it doesn't seem like a lot of money, it does pay for then some repair, some item that otherwise we'd have to take it out of the budget. Police do the same thing and have been very successful so far doing it. So, again, it doesn't seem like a lot, but every little bit that we
It
can
adds
squeeze
up,
out, it
yeah.
adds up.
And people are always buying stuff off GovDeals.
Mhm.
The hose, we had a couple construction companies buy it because they're gonna use it for demolition to water down the site and stuff. So
Mhm.
everybody has a use for it somehow.
Yeah, no, thank you for that reminder, Rich, because we definitely use that when we can, and it does add up. Did you second that, Cindy?
I did.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, is that
And
all
that is all for fire.
for fire? Okay. Service.
How's everybody doing tonight?
Good.
Just one thing on my list, it's a motion to approve resolution to contract with Cargill for the winter 2025-2026 road salt contract at a bid quantity of up to 1,150 tons at the ODOT salt bid pricing at $56.69 per ton.
Okay, so move to approve resolution 0909-2025-02 to contract with Cargill for the winter 2025-2026 road salt contract at a bid quantity of up to 1,150 tons at the ODOT salt bid pricing at $56.69 per ton.
Second.
Seconded by Engelmann. Any discussion?
So just a question, we have salt left over from last year?
Not as much as we would like.
Oh, okay.
It was a hard winter last year.
Yeah,
so.
yep.
We were one of the people that didn't have to do a summer fill, so
Mm-hmm.
we had enough left over. There's a lot of communities that had to do that, so.
Yeah.
Rather have some leftover than run out.
Mhm.
Yep.
It gets expensive. You gotta buy it throughout the, not in that contract, so.
Mhm.
Mhm. Okay,
All right, thank
Nice
you.
job.
Engelmann,
yes.
Asherle, yes. Do you have anything else, Mike?
That's it.
I have a question for you. Were you looking at pricing for roofing of this building?
So we can. So one of the things I wanted to ask, do you want pricing on steel or do you want pricing on like architectural shingles? Like, what would you guys like to look into?
Asphalt like we have. I got quotes, so I was gonna give you
Okay.
what I have,
That's fine.
because
Perfect.
mine are like a year and a half old. But I was stunned. I mean, for the public's information, we looked at, I got pricing on replacing the roof with steel. And it is more than double the price. So we were talking between 60 and 65,000 to do, I think it was this building and the police department. I think it was, don't quote me on that because it's been a while since I've seen it. But then if we did the steel roof, it was like 130. So that's, I would think that, well, we would love to be able to get double the amount of time out of it. It's working within our budget would be asphalt. So,
Perfect.
yeah, thank you. Anything else?
Before we move on, Mike, what's the status of the camera installation on this town hall building?
They ran into a little bit of an issue today, so Zadar contacted me. I was not here when the walkthrough and the planning for the location, so I was unfamiliar, but one of the cameras was supposed to be at the northeast, catching basically the walkway and tree area here on the north side of the building.
Mhm.
But they realized when they got up and were about to pull the wires that the camera would have been pretty much facing right into the tree out here. So they suggested moving the camera to this corner, facing that way, and pretty much
Mhm.
cover the same area. So I thought that was acceptable, so I gave them the green light on that.
Mhm.
They said that they will probably be finished up by Thursday, I believe.
Okay.
That was the last wire they had to run, so they wanted that question answered. I think
Mhm.
they've got all the wires ran, they're gonna start mounting, and then they have to come over to our building to connect a wireless receiver, and I believe they may be adding one in our building as well, so.
Okay,
Yeah, they said by the end of the day, Thursday, I believe.
all right, thank you.
Thank you. Zoning.
Okay, we've got our second quarter zoning report. I don't know if you have any questions. It's attached to your thing.
No, I saw she emailed it to us
Yeah.
as well.
Okay.
No questions.
All right, in that, nothing for cemetery. Let's see, new phone system cutover. There was a kickoff meeting, was it last week? Wednesday. It sounded like it went very well with, fire, police and, zoning service. Suzanne's representing zoning service and admin. And right now, the tentative, go live date is October 8th, Wednesday. Training would take place 1 or 2 days before that. And I know there's another session next week for everybody. You're working on getting your auto attendant menus together and stuff like that. So I think that's progressing pretty well. So
Yeah, I think-
hopefully
Fire finished up with theirs. I was working on ours today and getting pretty close.
you're able to test them out. Yeah.
Should be in good shape.
So that's pretty good. The other thing is, the comprehensive plan update committee is going to be meeting this Friday at 6:30. That's a reschedule from the meeting that was originally scheduled for September 25th. So that's been moved up. And, one of the goals of that meeting is going to be hopefully to set some dates for some public information sessions regarding that. So that is all I have.
Okay. I don't have anything major either, just reminders about some community events that we have coming up. Touch a Truck is going to be Saturday, September 20th
From 2 to 5.
from 2 to 5. It's open to everyone. We're going to be having our second township movie night this Saturday, September 13th, sponsored by the township. The Fire Association will do the next one. So that's this Saturday in Bronzers Park at dark. And then the Community Shred Day will be Saturday, October 18th, and that is a free service to all of our residents as well. That will be at Hinckley Preparatory Academy
From 9 to noon.
from 9 till noon. Thank you. Yes, 9 till noon. Okay. Any questions or comments from the public? If you do, please come up to the podium and state your name and address for the record.
Hi, good evening. My name's Tom Sims, SYMS. I live at 1200 River Road, Hinckley. And I own the property at 729 West 130th Street. It's an empty bar right now. I'm sure you guys are familiar with it. Anyhow, Roger and his wife, we have a tentative agreement for them to purchase it because they own the Buzzards Roost. And they've been put out of business by Drug Mart, and they have a liquor license. They wanted to move down there. They wanted, they run a good business. They want to improve it, just the whole 9 yards. Anyhow, we have and I don't know if if this, we have a appeal in front of the House. You have an appeal in front of the Ohio State Supreme Court for a favorable ruling we got at the 9th District about the pretty much the zoning of the bar, whether it was done, well, we got the favorable ruling that it wasn't done properly, we weren't informed properly. And the person that informed us, I guess he was a building inspector that retired. He didn't do it properly. Anyhow, we're here to see if we can get you, because they're gonna hear it next Tuesday. It's gonna be read into the record at the Ohio State Supreme Court. And we're here to find out. And once they do that, it's still going to take months afterwards. And they don't really feel like waiting months. We're just wondering if we could have if you could withdraw your appeal to, at the Ohio State Supreme Court.
Well, really at this point, because we are in litigation, we can't really answer that question for you. I'm sorry.
I know.
But
I
I
knew
understand
that's going
what
to be
you're-
the
We
answer.
tried to be proactive
Yeah.
because
Right.
I know you brought this up at the
Yeah.
zoning meeting
Right.
last week also.
Right.
And I had said I would not be able to give you an answer
Right.
prior to speaking with the prosecutor. I actually was not able to connect with the prosecutor
that's
yet,
fine.
but I know that Cindy
Oh, yeah.
did.
Okay, and what did he say?
You heard
We
my
can't-
answer.
Oh, okay, that's his answer,
Yes.
huh?
Yes.
Okay,
So I do thank you for coming to
Right.
the meeting,
Right.
because I know that's what we told you last week, is your best bet is to come to a trustee meeting.
right.
And we would, I wanted to discuss it with the prosecutor, but Cindy did speak with him and that.
Okay, so we're just going to see this thing through and see what happens then. It's basically what he said.
I guess so.
I guess so.
Yeah.
We can't
Okay.
comment
Can't really
because
comment
it's-
on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right, but that's the drift I'm getting here. Okay, well, thank you.
Well, thank you for coming though.
Okay.
I understand.
Anyone else? Okay, I would move to adjourn this regular meeting at 6:53 PM.
Second.
Seconded by Engelmann. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.